Morning, guys. YouTuber, it's your Berliner in Florida. Today is Monday. It's the February 6th. I'm in my fatherland in Berlin. Just got out. It was snowing last night. It's -1 Celsius. So I'll go a little bit explore the hometown of the Berliner. Enjoy the video. So I'm staying here in former East Berlin in Treptow. Want to special again thank Bonnie for let me using her place. It's very nice. And Jason, her son, who got me some stuff so I can eat breakfast this morning. It's really cold, so I'm hitting down, explore Treptow, get some items, get some cash, some euros, and then make some extra videos. So I rented on 6 budget on Berlin-Brandenburg Airport on Sunday this Fiat 500. It's stick shift, 6-speed. It's very tiny, but it's all what you need. So I was snowing last night, not heavily, but I just made a little for my friends and my YouTubers. Berlin, February 2nd, 2023. I love Berlin. It's cold. I left with 28 Celsius or 80 Fahrenheit, and it's a big drop. So this is still Treptow. Of course, when you guys live up north, it's always gray, no leaves. You know, that's same like New England, Massachusetts, Chicago, New York, wherever you live up there. Yeah, you get spoiled when you live 28 years in Florida. You really realize it's a hard living when you get to the months of the winter. But once the summertime comes, Berlin is beautiful. So guys, I'm heading towards Spandau and Starken, well, raised and born. I'm here still trying to find the interstate, the Berliner Ring. It's cold. So I'm inside of the Berliner Autobahn. That's the inside connection between all suburbs. It's starting to snow again. Listen to some classic music. And I'm gonna have to be careful here. The cops doesn't see me on videotaping here while I'm driving. When you look to the right, that used to be the Berlin Tempel Airport, the old traditional airport before Adolf Hitler, under the Emperor Kaiser Wilhelm. It was opened up in the early 1900s and used to be for a long time in the Cold War. British Airways, Pan American, and Air France were the only one entitled to land in West Berlin. So guys, we'll create another video spot. This is close where I take the exit, hit the Spandau, it's my suburb where I grew up. And in the distance you see the Funkturm. This is the West Berliner icon, built in the early 1900s. Before it was a wood and was on fire, then was made in metal. That's the Berliner Funkturm, the Lange Lulatsch. Yeah, it's kind of shitty weather, you know, I hope you can see it. I try to, drive here, stick shift. It's traffic is heavy here without causing a crash. But actually looks kind of clean when you see it when the snow is laying on the ground. So this is the Funkturm in the distance. Okay, I've been up there with my parents a couple of times. They have actually in 50 meters above the ground they have a restaurant. I don't know if they still have that open, but just want to let you know. So guys, you actually can see how tall that thing is. It's 150 meters or 450 feet. So I love my Funkturm. It's my West Berliner, as I say, the Berliner floor is the West Berliner. I know it's all one Berliner. This is the ICE, for congresses and for meetings and concerts. So this is the Haus des Rundfunks. Here on the right side, when Goebbels was doing this propaganda stuff under the Hitler time. And this is all historic here. And I'm coming to the roundabout at Theodor Heussplatz. My wife Debbie, she hated that going around here. It's hard. So I'm heading to Spandau. So, alright. So I'm driving down Heerstraße. It's still Charlottenburg, the suburb. And Heerstraße is one of the longest streets we have. It's under the German military, the Heer, the German Heerstraße. There's a cop, you have to be careful, Berliner Polizei. And like I said, I'm excited. I'm going back to my ghetto, to Spandau. I will show you where I was raised and where I went to school, the elementary school and my high school. Where I was hanging out and stuff, and I will show you my job, my first apartment I had, all the good things, and then get some euros at the bank and then go shopping at Penny, my highlights. We have some food for tonight. So guys, I was taking a little U-turn here. I just wanted to show you the Berliner Olympiastadion. If you guys are familiar with the history of Berlin, Germany, was built for the Berlin Olympics in 1936. Adolf Hitler was opened up the Olympics 1936 where Jesse Owens, this black African American, won the race, the gold medals. And actually I used to be my favorite soccer team. I still, have a heart for it. Hertha BSC. That's their place. They are playing every other Saturday, the home games. They actually played this Saturday against Borussia Mönchengladbach, but I doubt that I spent any money on them while they're getting ready to go down in second league. So this is the Berlin Olympic Stadium. It's the other entrance. This was built just for the Olympic. So I just wanted to show you that. So we're now coming, it's already Spandau, that's the suburb, Starken, where I grew up. Later I'll show you my high school, where I went to high school and graduated from high school. I'm gonna start the place where I was raised and grew up. So this is, Spandau, Starken. Here we are, Starken, the Berliner in Florida is where you grew up. The little boy from West Berlin had a dream, one day to become an American. Here it started. This is also the playground where I was hanging out, the buildings in the back. It was a lake. I used to do ice skating. It was frozen, it was not fenced in. A friend of mine was breaking in the ice. So I'm gonna make a left turn, so I'll show you where I was raised. Ja, das ist die Berliner Luft. So guys, this is the Südekum-Zeile, and that's where the Berliner was growing up. And this is a place for part of the school system where you get vaccinated for the children diseases. I think they're breaking it down, it doesn't exist anymore. I'm gonna pull over here to the right. It's cold. You have a little Berliner Luft playing. Okay, alright guys, that's it. That's the Berliner Elementary School. 1969 was the Berliner put into the school. They're called the Astrid Lindgren School. Astrid Lindgren was a Scandinavian, Swedish children's book writer. And here in the back, that's the home where I grew up. I'll show you more. Yep, that's it. That's the name of the street, Südekum-Zeile. And like I said, this is Berliner in Florida. This is where I was growing up as a kid to a teenager. To 17 when I moved out. So that's in the distance you can see. I can walk up there a little bit. That's basically elementary school. School is already in session. There's no any breaks. I'm gonna show you the house. It's it's a project, like I said, when you remember my journey to America, my family was not very rich, I was very poor. My father was very hard working. We lived on a project. I'm gonna show you where exactly we lived. So, it's so strange. I'm gonna let you know how I feel right now. It's like walking back in past. I feel like a time traveler. It's like, coming back where I grew up. I remember when this building was built, when we were tiny, and my mom and my dad was walking up and only the metal frames were there, and showed us exactly where we have a place coming up. So when you look up, 1, 2, 3, third floor. That's where I used to go up and lived. In the beginning, I had to share the bed with Jürgen, and later share with my sister Christina. And Klaus was on the left side. And later, I had my own bedroom there in the second window from the left. So there was the doorbells here, and I looked at a bunch of names are still here. Grulich, Rietz, and Buchholz. These are people here that grew up. I just was talking to Frau Buchholz, Mrs. Buchholz. She remembers me and my family. And it's funny, I was running into, they had these buildings restored. They were really old. They were built in 67, 68. And we moved here, no, 67, we moved here actually in. And she told me they closed down the parking garage. So now the people doesn't have a place, they have to park on the street. So, Mama, this is the playground. When I was little, I was playing in the playground, and my mom was looking out of the bathroom window on the 3rd floor. I said, "It's dinner time, come over." I said, "Yeah, mama." So funny. It's like it was yesterday. I'm gonna show you the playground where we used to play. This is the walkway here, and you can see the kids were outside playing. Must be the lunch break, and they were adding your playground, so you didn't have those. So that's the gymnasium where the Berliner was exercising, gymnastics and stuff. And yeah, so it was a very nice elementary school. And this is the way. There used to be way back then when we moved here, was like all wild. It was like just bushes and trees. There actually has plum trees and pears and apple. There used to be like cottages, and they call it the garden house. And in the fall we had those plums and all the stuff picked by a tree for free. And later on, they were building that out here. We're making it a park and a playground. My mom used to walk the dog. I used to walk my dog here in the back there. It's like so strange. I was playing soccer there. Yeah, that's the Berliner. He grew up here. It's still the same. Walking back, I'm sure, to my car, my rental car. And I lived here actually at my mom's and my dad's place to 1980. And then when my sister Christine and Rick left the United States, I took over her flat, one single bedroom apartment. I will go there next. And I had my most wonderful time in this one bedroom apartment. So that's the shopping area where as a little kid went over to Kaiser's, went to the bakery shop, a hardware store, newspaper, magazines. Yeah, that's the Berliner's ghetto here. Yeah, that's Starken. It's like feeling like I've been in a time warp here. My father used to work in a bar over there. Well, now it's a pharmacy in there. They're called the Alte Krug. Really interesting here. So, and now they have all these Turkish places, these dinner kebabs. There's hardly no more German fast food corners, all taken over now. I always look for the traditional, original imbiss. So now I'm going back where I lived as a guy. My one-bedroom apartment from Christina, and there's also the Obstallee Starken Center. Spent most of my years there, 10 years. It's going back, you see these high tower rises. It's all the rentals, nobody owns it. Now people still have homes here too, as you can see, but most people live in the projects. So I'm gonna park the car, took some cash out from the Sparkasse. There's some euros. So this is the Obstallee Starken Center. It's everything you need here for people. Most of the people who live here in these projects, most people live on freaking welfare. So 80% of those people live from the government. Still people have to work to pay in, so these people can have a welfare check. So I'm gonna go in a little bit. I'm gonna just take you over to the place I grew up, where I had my own single bedroom apartment. I used to, when I came over here, to see my mom and my dad and also Klaus. We were spending time here at the mini golf. They have a mini golf thing. It's closed now. Has a little shop inside. I think they're still open in winter time. Yeah, still sitting here. Remember her? Now she's gone. It's over 3 years now. So I'm gonna walk towards my. So that's the intersection here, Magistratsweg and Heerstraße. Over there, that building, my sister and Rick used to live there. And over here is that building where I had my one-bedroom apartment. I'm gonna walk you over there. I lived in the first floor. And there's all these apartments. There are no condos here. They're all rent. I used to took the bus if I didn't have a car to go to my subway job, the underground. I will show you something later too, where I used to work as a selling tickets and a train conductor, and also driving the subway on the U1, 2, 3, and 4. It was the old one. So I'm gonna walk you up. By the way, I was not only living here 10 years in this building here. Later on, when I was married the first time to my first wife, I came back to the same building and was living as a landlord, not landlord, like a maintenance person. And besides the B4G boss, I was doing the snow removal and cleaning up all the hallways, the stairs. And all what I earned was the rent, 1,050 Deutschmarks. So there used to be an Aldi in here. Before that, it was an Edeka. When I moved here in 1980, took over for Christina and Rick when I went to Baltimore, to America. It was an Edeka. I worked for Edeka for a while in this place here too. Later I worked at Volvo's. There it is, guys. Erstraße 417. Berliner in Florida. Used to live here 10 years on the Bells in the first floor. And in the back, I had a garage. When my brother-in-law bought me my 1959 Ford Fairlane Galaxy. It was so nice, he shipped it over to me. He said, well, I became a subway driver. He will help me to get a nice 50 cars, and he bought it from Baltimore, and we shipped it over to Bremerhaven. He helped me to restore it later. I had to sell it financially again, and still bought another Cadillac 64 DeVille, and also restored it. It looks like they closed down the garage here too, like I did. So you can see next to the satellite dish, that was the balcony where I where I lived for 10 years. And here I had a place down here as a maintenance guy, the landlord here. And later on I lived in the third floor before I moved to the United States. Down in the back there, I don't want to go down, it's too cold today. They call it the Haneberg. The Haneberg was made out of trash, like the Teufelsberg from World War II. And then they put soil over and planted trees. But we don't have any hills here in Berlin. And I used to take my buddy, my Schnuckelschwänz in Häschen, for a walk. And when you're living temporary in 2004, my chocolate lab buddy, number 2. And when my dog died on cancer, way back then in 97, I had him cremated. And later when I came here, I think I came over with Debbie. I had him buried, his ashes under the one bench, the place he was chasing those white rabbits. Yep. When you went down more that street, there used to be the checkpoint, the border. So I just went to the pharmacy, to the German pharmacy. So I got myself that alcohol, 70% alcohol, and then distilled water. I mixed it with for my ear problem. The Berliner has for 5 years the ear problem, and I could not take all that stuff with me on the plane. So they have it here, so that just as I get white vinegar, so I can flush my ears. So Germany has everything. So I'm going here into the mall now. So it's going in here, the main entrance. That used to be a video, like a Blockbuster. So they have a restaurant in here, a sushi place. Man, if I want to have sushi, I don't know how expensive it is, but they have sushi there. I might have to come and go in and have some sushi. But I got sushi in America. I want to have the Berliner currywurst, so I'm gonna skip on the sushi. And yep, Edeka. I'm gonna go later. I'm gonna shop at Penny, get some items. So this is the mall here where I used to go shopping and everything. People still have the diapers in their face. It's unbelievable. The mess doesn't work, but it's okay. It's their choice. Yeah, I mean, Volvos. In Germany, we still have a lot of Volvos. I don't know if they still have it in the United States. Christina, when she listened and watched that video, remember, and you and Rick came back in November of 1980. Well, it didn't work out in the United States, and I was so happy to see you and Rick coming back from the US, and now we left again without Rick, and been over there for 28 years. So that was the section I used to work, but the change, it was a hardware store section. There's still a lot of places out of business here. I know. Traditional shoe repair place, he's here for a long time. I had my 50 shoes always repaired by creepers. Oh, they have a hair salon though. Huh. And something else here, so that, I don't know what that was in here, but let's see that. Oh, the flower shop is gone. Oh no, that was the eyeglass store. But the flower shop is closed. Wow. Travel. And this is like a Walmart, not a Walgreens, CVS in the US. I'm gonna go to my favorite place, Debbie. I'm gonna go to Tobin. Buy myself a cup of coffee and a piece of cake. So I'm here at Tobin in the Obsthalle, and they have all kinds of variety of bakery here. They have the Kirchensteuer, it's €1.25. There you can buy the German rolls, the Brötchen, the Schrippen. They have a cheesecake, Käsekuchen, Kammerrunde, and here the traditional Berliner filled with jam. So I have a Schnecke probably. I'll probably have a Schnecke and a cup of coffee. Cannot be said. They have also, maybe you like that, Bienenstich, the Mohnkuchen, poppy seed, Apfelstrudel, everything. Nice. Berliner Pfannkuchen. A Berliner in Berlin is the Berliner tradition. Berliner Pfannkuchen, jelly donut. So the Berliner is going the hard walk, but to respect and honor my parents who are laying in Herzstraße Cemetery. So every time I be in this town, I always go by there. So it's almost there. Unfortunately, I don't have any flowers. The flower shop was closed, but maybe I'll find something somewhere else. So I'm here at the cemetery where my parents found the last piece, the rest. I'm gonna bring a little pot of winter flowers for they survived the frost. So it's always for me to come back. It's been 3 years since I put it next to my dad. This is always very hard. Used to come here with Klaus and my mom when my dad was there, laying there in 2015. So, like I said, now it's my mom. She passed in 2019 and she got buried on January 7th in 2020. And I left Berlin on January 9th, 2020. And right after that, President Trump shut down flights from China with the pandemic, and later the European flights. So I just got out of the nick of time. This is the little chapel where we had my mom's service. It was very nice, very touched, very emotional. This is a very old cemetery here, over 150 years or 200 years. And a lot of these graves, they will not be touched. They're under protection, historic protection. So I have to find her spot. Since I was here at the funeral, more people probably came here. All right. Klaus and Marina, they're taking really good care of my sister Rosie. I have to swing by there today too, with my sister Rosie. It's graveside. And they made it. So this is the cross Klaus was putting in. My mom, Regina Ikwitz, and Harry Ikwitz. Harry Ikwitz died on the 15th of, not the 15th, so March 8th, 2015. My mom died on December 28th, 2019. I was laying here to rest. My dad was on the right side, and my mom was on the left side. It was a double plot. Mama, your son is here, your Schabelfuß. I'll be here again. Got you some flowers, okay? I love you guys, miss you. So now the highlight is the place where my mom used to live from 2000 to 2019, and shopped at Penny Markt here. Or shopping at Penny. Get some items for the house. Some blueberries, mushrooms, raspberries, Himbeeren, salad, yogurts, sandwiches, orange. Get some bananas. A lot of candy, a lot of sweet chocolate here. So I got some stuff. I'll get some more items. So this is 86, or what was it, 86? 86 euros. 86, so I got basic stuff. So, you know, 86 euros. So, you know, basic stuff, some fruit, some bread, some eggs, some browns, you know, some shower stuff. It's not too bad. I think still groceries here are cheaper than in the United States. So now after visiting my parents, my respect when I'm here, I also visit my older sister Rosemary, Rosie Equus. She passed away on January 31st in 2011. It just was 12 years, just past her anniversary. Yeah, very sad, 55. She was before my parents died, so that was a hard thing. So now the problem is there's a lot of new people down here, so I have to find her side. Klaus and Marina taking care of them. I have to find her. So I hope I found the right spot for my sister Rosie. It's all snowed in and hard to see. I think Klaus was putting 3 branches over, and there was like little tiny angels in the candle. So I put this red flower pot like the one that did my parents. Bye, Rosie. Miss you. So guys, I'm speaking English now. I have Ralph here. It's the German embassy in Spandau. And as you see, I got original Berliner Currywurst. One is with, they're called mit Darm and ohne Darm. This is a real traditional German imbiss. Ralph is a Spandauer, like the Berliner. So I will enjoy my Currywurst. So when you come here to Berlin, check Ralph out. He's right here on the intersection Gatower Straße and Heerstraße. Thank you. So guys, it's dark unfortunately, and you hear the bells, Christian bells. So this is actually the high school from the Berliner in Florida, where the lights are on there. Unfortunately it's dark. I graduated from high school in 1979. The name of the high school called Gottlieb Daimler High School. Wow, it looks so different. It doesn't look real. Wow. Yep, that was the Berliner in Florida high school. Gottlieb Daimler. Yep. So guys, this is a final thing. I'm here at the subway station, the B4G, the subway station called Ruhleben. So when I started way back in 1981, I started as a ticket sales person, then train conductor and subway driver. I've spent 14 years of my life at this company. When the unification came in 1990, I won the green card and I got paid out. I left the B4G in 1994 and came in 1995 to the United States. So I want to check you out, guys, what I was doing before I came to the United States. So unfortunately, I cannot go up on the station. It's closed. They have buses driving to the 3 station farther. They have a construction for the bridge. So I'm gonna hit down to the Theodor Heussplatz, and I used to work there too, at Kaiserdamm, and I'll show you the subway, the train, probably Theodor Heussplatz, and I used to work there too. So it's the same line U-Bahn line number 1. So I have to keep moving. So I thought I can show you the station and stuff, but it's all blocked up. So I drove up 2 stations. That's where the train is stopping for the construction. So they don't start at Ruhleben or Olympiastadion. He's starting at Theodor Heussplatz. So check him out work. I used to work here on that station too. So single ticket, I just have to, when I be on that station, you have to pay. So you don't get, when somebody comes to check if you pay. So it's $3.80. So give me a ticket. And like I said, it used to be when I started in 81, here's a ticket. When I started in 81, well, people sell those tickets. Now it's a train coming. So this is actually not the finished station here, but since they're doing the construction, that's what they're doing now. They have to. This is actually an East Germany train, the East Berliner train. And look at all the graffiti. It's like warriors, where are you? Come out and play. So they have to stop here. Instead of going, the next one is Neuwest End, Olympiastadion, and then Ruhleben, and that's under construction. And I used to go in the back there into the tracks, into the tunnel, and you see the other train there. And when I was getting ready in the morning to go on my route to drive, I had to pick it up. It was kind of creepy, but that's what we did. So people are using a lot the public transportation here. So I'm gonna go to the front. Maybe I know the train driver, the subway driver. So I'm gonna check this out. So it should be coming soon. So there used to be that the train conductor in this building were doing it, and the train driver is doing it himself now. These are the modern new trains they have. You can walk from wagon to wagon. So they go all the way to Warsaw and Wicked. Wow. Perfect. So like I said, I used to work here also as a train conductor. They used to have a place here with the old doors, where they're selling tickets, where people were sitting there actually in the mornings and in the evening. So normal in English, to talk to the guys across their security from the BVG. But it's amazing that they have all these graffiti again. It's terrible. In New York, Rudy Giuliano, he was cleaning up the mess. Yeah, these was the old podiums here where we were standing here. And then St. Theo, the Heusplatz. Please einsteigen, zurückbleiben bitte. And then was the signal, the flash signal. There was no monitors. And the train conductor gave the signal for the train driver, the subway driver, to close the doors and then head out. U2 nach Klosterstraße. Einsteigen bitte. It's all automatic. Zurückbleiben bitte. Zug endet hier. Bitte. Ja, zurückbleiben bitte. I used to say that, not the machine. And the old original U1 was it, not the U2. Was going between Ruhlem and Schleswig Tor. There was the wall still. This one is going to Pankow. So that was the end of the video. The Berliner in Berlin, where I grew up, where I went to school, where I graduated from school, where I had my apartment, and my final work before I left Berlin for Bonita Springs. I hope you enjoyed it. Look forward for more videos to come. I'm still here to the 18th. This is Terry, a Berliner in Florida.